With an 18% increase in playing numbers over the past 4 years, rugby has become the fastest growing sport in Asia. A stirring example of this development is Laos. Although rugby here is still in its infancy, much has been achieved in a short space of time. Having won promotion the previous season, they were in Dubai recently for the Division 4 Championship of the Asian Five Nations.
It's growing quite rapidly. We have about 150 senior players in the country, but we've got a lot more kids. We're actually working in 2 provinces now, so in Vientiane province and then also a province in the north of Laos called Quang. Actually, it was the most heavily bombed part of Laos during the Vietnam War era. So there's a lot of challenges with that, but also a lot of excellent benefits and opportunities for the young people. So between the 2, we have about 1,000 kids playing rugby in Laos.
We have a growing domestic scene with 4 men's teams. I know it's quite small, but we're working on building that by reaching out to Lao institutions like the police and the army and the university. And we're one of only 8 Asian countries to have fielded a women's 15s team in the 2011 and 2012 Asian Women's Four Nations. So that's something we're also proud of, that we have a really strong record of female participation in rugby.
Unlike other countries in the region, the national team is composed almost entirely of players born in the country, with many of them taking an active role in promoting and developing the game.
กิจกรรมของรักบี้อยู่ในลาวคือกิจกรรมเกี่ยวกับ
We are trying to introduce rugby into the schools. We have a growing number of coaches who go into schools, some in the city and some in more rural areas. Every month we also have an event known as a Champaban Rugby, where schools come along to take part in a number of activities to introduce children to the game and get them to enjoy the sport.
Rugby in Laos was nothing like the game it is today, because in the past we didn't have any funding, any equipment or even a field. We hardly had any coaches and very few people knew anything about the game. But now we've been receiving a lot more help and assistance, and we're finding more and more ways to improve our game and develop as players.
We've really been doing a lot recently to try to grow the healthy living message side of rugby and to really be promoting the benefits of sport to young people and their families, and even among elite athletes. It's really becoming a whole lifestyle for them and giving them opportunities to play, to travel, to be athletic.
Despite playing against sides of far greater experience and quality, Laos proved worthy of their place in Division 4. In their first game, they lost narrowly to the eventual runners-up Pakistan, and only a late penalty against Uzbekistan denied them what would have been a thoroughly deserved draw. The result means Laos will be back in Division 5 next year, but on the evidence of their showing in Dubai and the development of the domestic game, it shouldn't be long before they make a swift return.
For me, playing for the national team is my greatest achievement, because to play this sport and to come here, I'm representing my country and making my family proud. Even for all of my friends, they're thrilled to know someone who plays for the national team. And my parents can say, my son's representing our nation. It's a service I can do for my country. I'm not a policeman nor a soldier, but I'm still helping my country.
We have 6 years before we come to the Rugby World Cup 2019, but I hope to see the sport maybe double or triple in size in Laos by then, so that more and more people can be enjoying just the wonderful game. It brings so much to people in terms of social and personal development. So it's a very strong, powerful sport.